normally a 25-year-old woman each month is going to start growing in her ovary about 25 follicles, lots of little follicles, okay? But so she might have 200,000 eggs in her ovary, but somehow 20 to 25 of them sort of wake up and start growing. And what happens after a while is one of those follicles gets a little bigger than the other ones. And it sends a signal to the pituitary gland in the brain to cut off the FSH, which is the hormone that's stimulating the follicles. So this follicle becomes dominant, and it keeps growing, and finally it gets big enough, about an inch in diameter, to release an egg, and these others die, basically. We call it atresia. That's a medical word for they drop dead. They can't be fertilized, they can't do anything. That's normal. Okay. So when a woman is an egg donor, what happens is, at this point when one egg would be becoming dominant, we give the egg donor more FSH. Okay, that's those injections that she gets. And those injections go down to all these other little follicles and tell them to just keep growing. So she'll get an ovary that's just full of big follicles, and she'll have 25 big follicles. And if you stick a needle in each follicle, you get an egg out of a lot of them, not all of them, but you might wind up with, say, 18 eggs. And these are eggs that would have been lost anyway, so they're not damaging her fertility potential for the future.